And back here at home, there's a new claim over mask-to-mask infection, as well as fresh pessimism among some health authorities over whether we can reach herd immunity from the coronavirus. I spoke earlier with Dr. Imran Ali. Welcome, Dr. Ali, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. I want to talk to you about a new study that is supporting evidence that so-called herd immunity won't be achievable in fighting the coronavirus because so little of the population has developed antibodies. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, this comes out of a study from Spain where it showed that survivors, only 5% created enough antibodies that could be detected. So, Mona, herd immunity is the best way to prevent community spread. Think of it as a forest fire, and you have wood as timber, which helps spread the fire. Just like that, if people don't have antibodies or they're not immune, they can be carriers or transmitters of the virus. So to achieve herd immunity, you need at least 60% of the population to be immune. This study shows us that we only see 5% of the population creating enough antibodies. So we're not near where we would want to be to get herd immunity.
A politician in California is claiming that she tested positive for the virus after a mask-to-mask infection when she was in quarantine. Can you explain what that means?
Well, in public health, there is no term as mask-to-mask infection. We all know that just because you're wearing a mask doesn't mean you're 100% safe. We still need to keep that social distance of 6 feet, because if somebody is coughing next to you and you're in that vicinity, you still can get a respiratory droplet, because these masks, unless you're wearing the professional healthcare grade N95 mask, they're not 100% sealed. And, you know, it does reduce your risk of infection from 17% to 3%. But you still have that 3%, so nothing is perfect. So when you're wearing a mask, you got to also continue the social distancing.
And lastly, new reports are coming out about travelers hiding their coronavirus symptoms so that they can board planes and get around temperature checks. They're doing this by taking anti-fever medication. How easy is it to hide these symptoms?
Well, Mona, it's very irresponsible for anybody to travel if they're actively infected with COVID-19. But I do want the viewers to rest assured that if you have a fever and you're actively infected, you're not going to be well enough to travel, and you won't be able to conceal your illness. And, you know, taking these fever medications, they'll last for a couple of hours, but they won't really help conceal a true rapid infection with a real fever. That being said, people need to keep, you know, real good precautions when traveling on airplanes, you know, and cabin crew are being more attuned to these things, and they are being more observant. And I'm sure if you take precautions, you should be safe. But people, you know, really can't conceal an active illness.
All right, thanks to Dr. Ali. I also asked him about air filters and filtration systems, and he said that HEPA filters, especially with UVC light, can trap and kill the virus. So that's some good news there.
Yeah, definitely.